What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Ham Shack. I'm your host, KI5QQM, and the name is Frank. So today we're going to talk about how affordable ham radio really is. I'm outside because there's a couple things, or one thing really out here that I need to show you guys. So let's get started. So the first thing is I know I'm going to catch a lot of flack for this, but hey, you know what? It works. It's affordable. And it is a Btech UV25X2. It's pretty much, it's a Bofang radio. It's a Bofang UV25X2. However, it is bought by the Btech Corporation. They go in there and they do a lot of upgrading the radio, I guess you could say. And they make it better for use here in the U.S. So that is a $125 radio. It is not bad at all. And this little antenna right here, let's see if we can get a look at it. This little center load, this is a TRAM 1180, I believe is the model number. And it is a very affordable antenna. I believe it's $35 NMO mount with an NMO mount on Amazon. The links to everything that I use is in the description down below, so be sure to check them out. So let's talk a little more about the UV25X2. I'm not going to go into too much pulling it down. Actually, I might end up doing that. But I've been using this radio for several months as my ham radio. It is a 25 watt radio, and it gets the job done. My longest, let me pull up my QRZ page real quick. My longest contact from here at home is Waco, Texas, 173 miles away from my QTH. Waco by highway is about 4-ish hours away from me. It's a 173 miles straight shot from where I'm at right now. So it is actually quite a distance. I have the QSL card right there. That first one is K5KV. That's the guy that I had the QSO with, and he had a I can't remember the radio that he had, but let's take a look. I'm going to try to flip the phone around so I can show you guys what I'm looking at. So that right there is my UV25X2. It is a 25 watt radio. The mic on it, I've got on this little fancy mic hanger, which is really handy. I can pull it off the wall. It's got illuminated buttons, so I can use the buttons anytime I need, the DTMF buttons. It's got, I've got it custom, I've got the colors custom on it, so that I can have it any colors that I want to suit my personal preferences. It's got my call sign on it. It's I can customize a lot of stuff on the radio. It's a really great radio. I do plan on upgrading to the 50X2 for my QTH unit, and that's only because I want more power. I have an antenna that will tolerate it, and if you are looking to the WD5U repeater, the WD5U repeater is actually, it's not too far. It's about an hour away, and I can get it really clear. Depending on if you want the radio for your QTH or your mobile, the mobile unit is the TRAM antenna that I'm going to pull up really quick so that I can be completely sure of the the model number. I believe it's going to be a TRAM 1180 antenna. That one was $35. The antenna that I'm using right now is on the QTH is a TRAM 1480, and that antenna is actually doing me really good. But of course, it is a base antenna. It is designed for being mounted here at the house. So the TRAM antenna is a TRAM 10280, 10280 mobile antenna, and that specifically that one antenna that I just showed you guys on the back of the car, that was actually the original antenna that was on the house. I had it literally on a stick in the air on a pole, and I actually was able to make my 175-mile QSO with that antenna. So really it doesn't matter which of these two antennas that you use. I have heard that the TRAM 1480 that I have now, I've had a few of my hams that I talked to say that I'm a lot more crisp and clear. I'm full quiet, I'm 5x9, no noise at all. Just voice is all they hear, is my audio. So that's really good. Under $200. This TRAM 10280 or 1180 was the original model number. I guess they changed it on Amazon. But it is a $35 antenna. Yeah, I can't see the price on it now, but it's roughly about a $35 antenna, and I love it. It is a center load, nice. It comes with an NMO mount, a trunk or hood mount. It's not the one that grips onto there, but anyways, so that is the antenna that I used for a while. Before I got my ham radio license, this radio was listen only. I had the mic key up button, the push to talk button locked out so that I couldn't accidentally key up, and I only listened to my fire pager channels and my local fire department channels. That way I knew if they got something and we could possibly get called out to it. So that is my original use for this radio. Then I finally got my ham radio license. Now I can talk to anybody anywhere. Under $200, you can get a decent setup for your QTH, for your home. So that is something to be really considerate of if you are wanting to use a radio for home. Now, the only thing I had to do was for UHF, which I don't use very much. In fact, I only have one UHF repeater programmed into my radio. The only other thing that I use is the Pyle PS8KX, and it's actually right there. Let's see if I can turn it around for you to, there it is. See if I can turn the light on for you. If you guys can see that, my shack is a mess. But that's it, the Pyle PS8KX. And I actually do have my ICOM IC718 hooked up to it as well, but I don't use anything over 25 watts on the ICOM radio because I don't have an antenna for anything more than 25 watts. The antenna I have is an LP antenna, low power antenna. So I am going to be upgrading the antenna for that soon. Put the phone back down, and I will update you guys on that. I'm going to stick with the MFJ, but I'm going to get a 1080, a 10 meter to 80 meter antenna. It's going to be an end-fed half wave, and it's going to be a MP, medium power, which will hold up to 300 watts which is 3 times more than I ever plan on putting through that antenna. Of course, once I start DXing on that antenna, on that radio, then maybe I will want to get up to the HP, the high power antenna, and start doing amplifiers and stuff like that. But at the moment, my ham shack, my original ham shack with the Bofang radio and the antenna only cost under $200. In fact, it was somewhere around 150, somewhere around 150, so well under $200. You can get on the air easily and get on repeaters regardless of where you're at, because I live, the closest repeater away from me is about 40 miles, 45 miles. So I am talking really well on repeaters 40, 50 miles away. I even talk to repeaters about 50 miles away. It's really awesome, really great radios, really great antennas. I know Bofang has a bad rap, and I have no partial bias to Bofang. However, the HTs, the handhelds, are not great at all. Spurious emissions, not really ideal unless you're real close to a repeater. But their mobiles, they're doing really well with their mobiles. And if you don't use any of the links down below, make sure you get all of your Bofang equipment from Btech on Amazon. And if you have any, the easiest way is scroll down to the Bofang radio in the description down below, and go to the Btech store. Once you get on the Bofang radio, then go to the Btech store. It'll tell you, it'll have everything that Btech has to offer, and they have great equipment. So that being said, if you're concerned about how much it's going to cost initially to get into ham radio, $200. That's it. I know it can be a lot, and if you really get into it like I did, if you get bit by the bug and you've got that venom running through your veins, it's going to get expensive, and it's going to get expensive quick. The ICOM IC718 I bought from Ham Radio Outlet locally. It was shipped and delivered. It was delivered the day after I placed the order, which is impressive. It's an $800 radio. You're looking, I think I spent $600 for it, and it was used. But it was refurbished, all that good stuff. Even if it needed to be refurbished, I don't even know if it was. But it's a great radio. Love it. Sounds great on the air. I've made my first QSO with it. So, in fact, I got the QSL card from K5 TGS, Kilo 5 Tango Golf Sierra, out of Texas. There's the QSO, the envelope. The QSO card is up on my wall back there. So, yeah. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask me down below in the comments. I will get back to you as soon as I get them. Sorry I haven't put out a video in a while. I'm just now getting over some crud. It's been rough. Thank goodness it wasn't C19. It wasn't the zombie virus. It was just some sinus stuff that's going around. I happened to get a hold of, and it's been kicking my butt for a week. Starting to get better from it, but yeah. That's going to do it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe at 73. KF5QQN clear.